Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I had that.
Are we going? Do you guys see us on Twitch?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not coming up for me on Twitch. So I don't
Welcome, stream
And mine always
live now.
Oh, there we go.
Live now.
Yeah, you have.
All right.
Yeah.
And we're going. There we go.
I'm.
Oh, yep, there we are. We're good. There we are. Imagine we're hot.
There we go.
Yeah.
It wasn't letting me go full screen, which I wanted. No, I don't want that full screen.
New computer problems.
There we go.
New computer. Yay.
New computer, who dis?
Hi, everyone. Reintroduce yourself.
Let me get to my notes. I don't really fuck this up.
Everything will be okay. Don't worry. Just wing it.
That's what I'm doing. I was gonna plan, and then, hey, guess what? That didn't happen.
Bill O'Reilly moment. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
You got a bunch of other stuff done yesterday. You're fine. We'll just fly by the seat of our pants tonight. It's all good.
That's what I expected anyways.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I do half the time. I just act like I know what I'm doing.
Oh, so you're going to inflict chaos. If you have to think about it, you need to protect it.
Once I read something the other day. Instead of imposter syndrome, have brilliant con man syndrome. I don't think we can do it, but I'm sure going to try.
Yes, I do that all the time. I'm like, well, will this work? Let's find out.
Hey, I'm gonna plan for stuff, but let's be honest, I wing over half of what we do. But it works, so whatever, I'll take it. Alright, and now that I actually have somewhere I can search the PDF, if I can get it to open in a way that I want it to. It's been a day, y'all. Like, work was fucking horrid. I was the only person that processes what I do in the office today. And, of course, that's when everybody needed everything right the hell now.
I feel like I can understand that. It's very stressful when it all lands on you. At that point, it's just kind of like, oh, you're going to get whatever you get. Suck it.
That was my favorite thing to tell
would work if my anxiety let it work like that.
Yeah, see, that's...
I actually got it all done, thankfully. So, you know, there was that. But there was one thing that somebody who should know what's going on.
Oh, that chick.
I explained to them in 5 different ways how something worked. And it's something super simple. Like, we can't put payroll exposure in these states because we put in a premium. But you have to decide that premium. I and the computer don't do that. And they did not understand.
Yeah, I just when I'm at work, wherever I'm working, if we're short-staffed and I've got like the huge patient load, I'm like, well, if it's critical, I'm there. If it's not, well, we'll see what we get. If they're still,
we'll see what happens.
If they're you know, all their vitals look good, then you don't need me to write that. You're fine. Yeah, but
Triage.
You gotta triage.
Yeah. It's like, are you dying right now? No? Okay. I'll see you in 4 hours.
If you're yelling at me if I'm standing at the door and you're yelling, I cannot breathe, I can guarantee you can breathe. Because you would not if you could.
Yell louder. Yell louder.
Yell louder. You just like return fire with just take a deep breath.
Stop talking, you'll be fine.
All right.
Breathe normally.
Now that I can, because Ray did sativa about it. Here, Rainbow Stranger Blades Productions, and this is the finale of Immortal. well, for now. We are probably going to come back to this in, I want to say, June, July-ish, maybe August, depending on what else I come up with, because let's be honest, I have a lot of ideas, but these are awesome characters, so we will come back. I'm Kristen, your humble narrator today, and I've got a lot going on, but you can check my Twitter for that, so yeah, I have to do commands. That's a thing. Oh, hey, okay, I remembered my commands. All right, let's go to Travis.
Me. Oh, me. Yeah, I always need to have this actually available. Oh, what the hell?
All the stuff that you do.
Yeah, don't expect a long speech here. So, hi. My name is Travis, also known as Eversalt on Twitch and YouTube. And Scan Eversalt on Twitter. I am playing as Maurice, our wonderful moth. Immortal. The group is. I don't even know how to put it at this point. I've done a lot of weird things already up to this point.
You're a Mothman.
I am Mothman. Yeah, I am absolutely Mothman. Are we mentioning anything that we're doing, or is it just kind of the introduction character?
If there's anything you want to say about what your character is doing, go for it.
Oh, what my character is doing?
Or what you're doing.
How are they feeling? What are your feelings right now? This is like, well, I've gone through quite a lot right now.
Let's just psychoanalyze
but
our
I'm so happy
characters.
to be of great use in order to help map out where all these points are. And got some great revenge on the person who tried to kill me with their own poison. They're going to blow my poison right up their nose.
That was quite the scene.
Anyways, who wants to go next?
We'll go Izzy next.
I am Izzy. I'm on Instagram, Izzy Talavera, and I'll be playing Angel tonight. And yeah, let's go. Final session.
Alright, Skag.
Hello, everybody. I'm Skagwater RPG. You can find me pretty much everywhere under that name on any social media site. Tonight, I am playing Sky and the vampire, and we'll see what's happening because he is not too happy right now, not looking too great after getting Falcon punched.
I mean, when another immortal enters your lungs to hide, what else are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Just gotta punch him out, man.
Legacy of King shit right there, man.
And Cat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm Omnox on Twitter. I lost my words for a second there. I am playing Elena tonight and seeing whatever trouble I can get myself into and maybe get us out of. I don't know. We'll see.
And last, but certainly not least, Lewis.
Hey everyone, Lewis the Legend here. That's Lewis DE Legend over on Twitter. When I'm not doing little fun stuff with this group here, I'm over at Bards and Brews for Sins of Mothers on every Wednesday, and an upcoming one that's going to be every other Friday coming up soon too.
All the things.
Yep. And I will be playing Aiden Byrne today, the hothead individual of the group who's feeling a little bad about a hole in someone's chest, but
You're not.
It's all
what can you do?
It's all right. I forgive you. It was for a good cause. It's all right.
Definitely having a few interesting moments in the last session, and even got my lucky Leonardo hat on for this.
Very nice, very nice. I've got my reverse Super Saiyan hair going on. I love it. All right. You can also find us on Twitter, because, you know, that's important. And we also have a Discord where you can come in and just hang out, or we do have some casting that will be coming up soon. April is going to be a series of one-shots. We are playtesting Crashlands for one of my good friends, which is a sci-fantasy that comes out on April 25th. but we're going to do a final playtest and live stream it for y'all next week. Then we've got 2 Viking Death Squads that are going to happen, because, I mean, who doesn't want to be a Viking fighting war pigs?
Yes.
And the Legion of Hell.
I'm excited.
We're also going to be playing The Last Masquerade by Witch and Craft Games. You can find them at Witch and Craft on Twitter. They also have a bunch of other good games. They are actually coming out with a game called Moth/Man. So, you know, kind of fitting. Then we also have a Feywild one-shot, where I'm going to be drawing from Feywild Encounters by ttrpg. Great people, they have lots of great modules. Check them out for 5e. And on that note, I think we will dive in. So last we left off, our band of heroes, misfits, those that the council sent, descended upon, was it America West back then?
America West Arena, yes.
Okay. That is also my Phoenix in the 90s encyclopedia.
I am the resident Phoenix historian. I've lived here my whole life.
You put it on your Twitter.
Yay!
Phoenix historian.
For R&R Productions.
So, we have gathered at America West Arena. It is the 5 of you. Duncan has traveled with you from the last location, and the other 3 locations are being ferreted out by a couple other teams that the council had access to. But this one kind of was the point. You were able to extrapolate where all of the points were from the South Mountain location. But if you actually look at the map, it kind of like just slightly points more in this direction. And so the council relates to you via a page to Duncan that they believe that this may be where the main anchor point is, and where if everything goes to shit, the Absalom will escape. So, you all are outside the arena. What would you like to do?
First thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to look at Duncan a little sheepishly. Be like, Duncan? Duncan?
Yeah?
You know I've been really good this whole time, right?
I mean,
I've been doing okay. I made a breakthrough.
what was that breakthrough? Tell me, young Padawan.
Well,
Side note, Duncan is a huge Star Wars fan.
oh. I feel like that's the one place that we'd actually like get along. Well, Master, through your teachings, I've discovered that maybe not relying on idle threats and on my own abilities might not be for the best going on in the future, especially if stuff like this is going to be going on. And as a duty, as a slayer for Sherakai, under your tutelage, I do believe that I've maybe made a breakthrough. So, like I said, I've been good. Can I please go all out now? Please, Duncan. I need this. I need this. I've been so good. Dunky.
It's not necessarily, as you should know, me that you have to convince. It is the fact that if you do go all out and act in a way that you shouldn't, then you're going to get tainted. And then who knows what happens to you.
Except that race. Because, listen,
Alright.
like you've been teaching me, like, it's about thinking about the bigger picture outside of us, the individual. If I'm able to do good here, then isn't that a risk we should take?
Just as long as you don't, just keep in mind of how you're going about it. And side note, if there is something that goes against what your nature would be, you will collect taint, and that will affect how serenades work.
Oh, where?
Okay. Because we haven't actually had that come up yet, so you all have been pretty good about not touching the taint.
It's not my favorite thing. That's why I worked in the lungs up.
Don't touch it.
Had to be said once in the campaign.
We had to explain what the taint was to somebody once. It was pretty amusing. They couldn't
What's
understand.
her around?
They couldn't understand why we were laughing so hard.
When they're running the game and we're laughing and they don't get it, it's, even more entertaining.
If you run the game, you have to explain the taint, no matter what.
All right. Anybody else doing anything before you go in?
So you said at the end of the last session everything's iced over. So really, what we need to do is look around, see if you can even find a way in. Like, is there any doors that are not iced over? Are we gonna have to barge our way through somehow? So I'm just kind of scouting around for a door right now.
And does Sky still have his ribs exposed?
A little bit. What are your motifs again, Sky?
My motif. Sound is my motif. So,
I would say then with that with how loud downtown can be, even early in the morning, that just through immersing yourself and kind of meditating on the sound around you, that you've gained back 2 more hit points in all of the traveling and everything.
Yeah, downtown in the early 90s, all you hear are homeless people yelling about it.
You know what? I will take it.
They're loud.
They're drunk by that point, asleep.
You know what? I am now better than I was before, so I will accept it. I will accept anything.
Well, we'll say that because your motif is sound, that even any little sounds, like you could just, as long as you sit for a minute and meditate on it, and say when you guys were in the car driving here, you were actually concentrating on it to do it, since hole in the chest. So how many hit points are you back up to now?
I'm at 11 now.
Alright, I would say that the hole has closed over so you can't see the ribs, but it's still kind of red and raw. And there's still obviously a very big hole in your shirt. In your nice vest!
I know. Feels
Alright,
good.
so
Okay.
as you look around, you just looked into chat and saw Dunky Donuts.
It's gonna be that kind of game.
It makes
need a
sense
Dunky
to...
Donut shirt. I'm not gonna lie.
That I can
Just
do.
picture Duncan like,
We'll workshop that later. Anyways.
I'm down. Even if it's just us that buy them, I'm down.
Right? So as you look around, yes, everything is pretty thickly iced over, but easy enough for Aiden to get through with fiery hands.
All right.
To at least, get it melted down on the edge, and then Sky's strong enough to just wrench it open once it's been melted enough. I'll give you guys that one pretty easy.
Okay.
so just me and Sky just wailing on it then?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Working as a team again, just not punching one another.
Just Falcon punch the door.
Yeah.
I would probably not suggest going in the front doors. Let's pick one that's off to the side or around a corner or something. I
There are
mean,
plenty of doors there.
yeah,
so
yeah.
you
There's
have
plenty
your
of
pick.
side doors. It's just rather than, we could go waltzing in the front door if we really want to be that bold, but God knows what's in the lobby right now.
Well, we might as well scout it out first and try to make a plan real quick.
Yeah. Is it everything so because the doors out in front are glass, is it so iced over we can't really see into the lobby from where we are?
It's frosted enough that you can make out some general shapes because it is backlit. Like some of the general lights are still on, so you do see a little bit of movement in there.
All right. So I'd say side door. There's a bunch down like the north wall there.
I mean, if you want, I could cause a distraction. Have you guys sneak up from behind?
Yeah, we don't know how many are behind that wall of ice. We can see a handful of people. So we don't know what we're gonna get when we get to the actual source of all this. So we don't want to like blow our load completely when we walk in the front door.
When you say it like that.
Alright. So you work your way around the door. Roll. Whoever's taking point, roll a perception check for me.
I'll take point.
Okay.
Okay.
Perception. That is a 13.
Okay. As you come around one of the corners, you do see a door that is not iced over, and there is a crab himsadi sitting in front of it, clicking.
Mr. Krabs.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
He turns on you, and as soon as he sees all of the rest of you, he does Deadly Swarm. And you guys have a bunch of little tiny crabs that are now rushing you to try and cover you.
Fuck, I don't want crabs. Come on now.
It's not fun to get, let me tell you.
No, I'll be itchy for days. All right. Deadly.
So it would get all of you because it is an AoE. So I need everybody to roll evasion or agility if you don't have evasion with it.
I have evasion and dodge.
Okay, yeah, you can add both of those to it.
Alright. 6.
Damn, I got evasion and dodge.
Swear, anytime I do bad guys, I roll for shit. D&D, this, doesn't fail.
I got 16.
I fail. Did
14.
anybody get less than a 7?
I can't, Nate.
No. Do you want crabs? Because that's how you'll get crabs.
No, I can't. No, I cannot get less than that.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
has crabs? I could treat crabs.
So they kind of swarm up to you, and you guys all dodge over them, and you're able to rush up, and I will say you each get an attack on him now that he's blown his wad of insects.
Crab spoo. Yay. Alright. Do we have to do initiative, or do we just want to go? Well,
Yeah, go ahead and do initiative so that we know where all of you are in the order.
alright.
One. Wow.
14.
10.
16. Give me 1 second to pull up a note, because I did not actually open that.
We could type it in the chat, too.
Oh, hey, that's even better. I think I need no batteries for my mouse. It's being obstinate.
There's,
Maybe a good idea.
there should be
Always
ones
have a backup
downstairs when we go on break. We should have some.
Alright, so Lewis and Travis, which one of you has a higher agility?
I have a 5.
I have a 4.
Okay, Lewis will be first, then Travis, and then in that order.
Alright, so we say we're just getting one action each, right?
Yeah, we're just going to do that to keep it simple and keep the flow going.
Yeah. So actually gonna like put my finger like a little gun motion, little smoke, little fire begins to like show up there. I'm gonna do a little elemental essence and shoot him with a little fire.
All right.
So that is a D8 because of my spirit die. And that is a 12.
All right. He is not very agile. Yeah, the most he could get wouldn't be enough, but he rolled anyways. You hit him.
Sweet. What exactly how do you do damage again?
It is your strength plus the rank in anything you're using,
Okay.
and then the roll based on your strength.
Is 10.
All right. He does have AC damage, so he's going to try and put up a wall of ice to save it. Okay. 18. I rolled well for a bad guy.
Yay!
No, why are we yaying that?
She needs a little
I got
pep
the roll
talk. She
pretty
had a
well.
day.
So one of his legs kind of goes up and it like almost sprays out from the sides of it in a shield of ice, and it kind of bounces off of that. So next we have Maurice.
Okay. Is that like ice shield like maintaining at this point during my turn, or is that gonna be like one of those
It
fuck, I
is-
need to go sky?
Look. It doesn't actually say how long it lasts. So we'll say that it like it just forms and then starts to melt.
Okay.
You know, God forbid they tell me the times on any of this.
Just make
So,
it up.
This system.
So since I did recall that I remember I was talking about, since I had training in firearms, that I would logically have a firearm on me, so I just took a logical firearm, and I figured out what the roll was and the damage. They have a chart specifically for it, so
Awesome.
I am going to sigh, pull out a gun out of nowhere, rack the slider and just say, I'm a doctor, but... and then I'm going to shoot.
I'm a Jim, I'm a doctor, not a spider.
So, that's a 12 to hit. And the damage for firearms is fixed, so the damage is 5. So just...
Damn. All right.
The medium pistol, that's it.
You're sending her to
It's
the
not
trauma
like I'm
center
not
down the
shooting a hand
street.
cannon. Well, who knows? It's gunshots. I'm sure somebody's heard gunshots.
That's the
It's
most
downtown.
Downtown Phoenix. There's always good shots.
It's downtown. Unless they're going to the trauma center down the street, nobody cares.
Yeah, the only people who care are the people who don't want us there.
Basically.
Yep.
Anyways.
All right. That brings us to Angel.
I'm going to activate 2 of my natures. So I'm going to use hyper, so 4 times speed. And
Okay.
then one of my skills is brawling with Himsadi claws. So I'm going to have my 2 little fox claws come out and charge him.
All right.
That sounds absolutely adorable.
It's the cutest attack ever.
Little fox feet, since I'm using my fox nature. And then for melee attack, it's my spirit die, right?
Melee would be strength. And since you're using the fox claws and it's part of that, then you would add your spirit to that. You would just roll the die based on your strength.
And then I put rank 4 into my Himsadi claws.
Nice. So that'd be the 4 plus what you have in spirit, plus what you have in strength, plus your roll.
Oh, a lot.
Yes.
8 plus 3 plus 4. 8, 4, 12, 15. 15 to hit.
Yeah, there's no possible way you can dodge that. So yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll just strength and just add your strength. And add the 4 for the claws without the spirit for the damage. And that's it.
Plus 3 plus 4. 7.
Is it at least 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's down.
Woo! Crab legs all around.
So, you see Angel, just like Wolverine style, pop out the claw.
I like that.
And, like, this sweet little person that, like, you've seen throw a spear or whatever, just goes feral on this guy. Slashes twice and cuts off the front legs, and it's just enough that, like, he starts to bleed out with the ichor, with also the other damage that has been taken. And, as with some of the others, it starts to kind of crumble, and then you see this light that shoots up, and you would know that that's the Vox returning, because he has a serenade that is, when it's active, since he had activated it, the Vox automatically just goes, like, it doesn't wait.
It's like, deuces.
He's like, I ain't testing that. I want to come back. Alright. We're going to go ahead and just keep this initiative going forward, just so that we're not constantly rolling. And we'll just pick up at Elena next time. Alright. So you guys make it up to the door. It is locked, but you guys are pretty strong, so I'm pretty sure that one hit, if anybody has a hit that they can get above 9 regardless.
Or I could pick the lock, but I mean, that's more fun to hit it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I got somebody has a skeleton key over here. It's called the boot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're being quiet because we've already killed Crabman over here. So I think we're alright. Let's just knock it down.
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
Okay. So as you guys move into the room, this area is dark, and let me go ahead and roll some.
Aiden has fire, though.
Say fire zone?
No, I said he has fire, though. He can, like, just light his finger
fire.
up and let
I thought you
us,
said-
yeah.
So I'm just going to see if you guys are noticed. So from over in, because this door is off to the side, but when you go in, it's still fully connected to the lobby, so you can see up to the glass doors. And coming around the corner, you are seen by a Venus flytrap inside you. Is like wrapped around a pillar there, and just grins all creepily.
Oh, it's like Little Shop of Horrors up in here. Alright.
It is actually not close enough to do anything yet, though, so it would have to move. So I'll say we'll go Elena, Sky, and then they'll be able to go.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna murder the thing. Or at least I'm gonna try. At this distance, I'd rather just use my spear. I think that would be a better option. So,
Hooray, Spear of Destiny!
Spear of Destiny! What do I add that with? This, the rank, the spirit, and I don't have the base
The
part.
strength.
It's
The
just
strength.
the strength? Okay.
Yeah. And then the strength die is what you roll off.
Right.
Oh wait, you hit automatically. So yeah, for damage, it would be strength plus the rank.
Okay.
Plus the roll.
Alright, so 6. So 8, 18.
Holy crap. So you guys just see Elena wind back, juice the spear, and it just shoots and goes right into its smile and like pins its head to the pillar. And it's still kind of weakly alive, but it's not going to take much more. And it kind of like tries to talk around the spear in its mouth and says, "Spare me, spare me. I promise I won't hurt you."
Is this Margot?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Like, make a perception check. And if you have anything that's like insight or anything like that, you can add to it. Go for it.
Nope, just an 8.
Right, so it's like, yes, I am Margot. And you believe her completely.
So how do we know if we scare you? You're not just going to turn around and try and suck us right up into your trap there.
I'm pinned to the pillar. You can leave me here. I won't come after you. Nobody's going to free me. Nobody here is friends. Nobody here wants to be here. We're all being controlled.
At that, I'm gonna walk up and just like snap it in the middle of the pillar.
Okay. Make a strength roll.
Strength roll, that will be a 17. Yes, 17.
I might actually be able to beat that with agility, so let me look.
Dang it!
So as you walk up and you're going to try and snap it, the sinuous vine body just kind of like scoots out of the way and it's like, "Please, no, I promise." And they start to drop in form, which does more damage with the spear. And it's a girl that looks about 20 with blonde, long hair and is just crying. And she's like, "I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here." All right, I lied. I'm not Margot, but you seemed like you would spare me if I was.
I'm just amazed that it didn't sever her spine going through her mouth like that, to be honest. Like, just left her with a flip-top head.
Like, at this point, like, she's dug her heels as much as she can into the pillar and is, like, trying to keep herself up, and she grasps onto it, and she's like, "Can I just pull it out and end it? If you won't, just walk away." Because it's gonna do enough damage coming out to...
She's dead either way. So, like, just... I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna leave her there. She can figure it out.
She goes ahead and has just enough strength to wrench it out, and that takes care of the last 2 HP that she had. And the box falls to the floor, and you hear the tink, 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 tink.
I'm gonna snatch that up and put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Prisoners.
Well,
Alright,
prisoners, or we get them away from all of this. Yeah, one or the other.
we can reform them. That would be interesting.
Well, if they're under someone else's control, is it really reform if we set them free of the control?
They under control? I thought these people were just like that on their own.
No, they're puppets. Well, that's what they've all
Yeah,
been
a lot of
discussing.
weird stuff going on.
A lot of mind control.
I've heard a lot of things, but you know what? I'll go with what you said.
All right, there we go.
Who knows?
All right, let's get moving.
Right, so now we're all standing at the pillar. Like, are we past all of the places where we were hidden and out in the lobby now, or?
You're still in that, like, the area. The other one is, there's only one other that you can kind of see moving around, and it's off on the other side and hasn't noticed anything going on because they have cracked their perception.
Well, can I look around the corner and see if there's like another way we can go, like around them? Because I mean, it goes in a big circle, so we don't necessarily have to go in the direction that he is. We can go the other way to get to like the staging
okay,
area.
so the box doesn't actually fall. I decided I should probably look that up. The physical body, your spirit will spill forth from your physical body in a shimmering reddish colored glow and be sucked into the blue air, a realm of spirit and thought. Fortunately, your soul, like your box, also holds your current identity, knowledge, and all that you are today. Okay, so yeah, as long as the box isn't destroyed, you can still carry that, but their soul is no longer actually in it at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because I hit her in the mouth, so if the box is okay.
Alright. So are you going to go farther into the lobby, or are you going to try to look elsewhere?
I was trying to look around the corner from where we are to see if we could go the opposite way. Since the whole thing is a big circle, we can get to, down into the floor or to the stage area from either direction. So I was going to see if we could go the opposite way of the other person.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception.
10.
Dice hate me today. I had like 2 good moments, and that was it.
Well, we still got, time. Plenty of time.
Got plenty of time.
So as you look over, you do see in the shadows a not large full Himsadi form, but also not just like a normal size, a spider that has familiar bright colors.
Familiar bright colors. Telling the person with the crap memory. Okay.
You would recognize it as looking at least similar, if not exact, like the bartender from the street.
Clark.
Oh.
Yes.
Shit. Well, I'm going to try and relay that to everybody else. So, hey guys, our bartender from Speakeasy is over there. So.
Well, at least he didn't spike our drinks.
He does look over and notice all of you, and he scurries towards you, taking actual human form for the first time that you've seen as he comes up to you. And he says, "Oh, thank God you're here. I walked past Victoria when I was leaving and going home, and so I followed her. And she's here."
Why did you follow her?
I may be a bartender, but I'm still one of the eyes and ears for the council. And so I was going to relay it and page it, but I apparently left my pager at work.
And I investigation probe this.
Yes.
Oh, that is not.
Yeah. I was gonna do the same thing with terminology, is just like, because it might pertain to that.
14 or 15.
Okay, yeah. he's absolutely seems 100% honest about it, and the sheepish look that he has, it's not the first time that he's left his pager at work and the council needed something from him.
Oops. Just gonna snap across the shoulder. All right, let's go.
And for reference, what he does look like as a human and not in his Himsadi form, he still has all of the bright colors in his hair, and it's in Liberty spikes on his head.
No.
And then he's that total punk, like, got the denim jacket with some spikes on the shoulders and written in Sharpie all over it, and, you know, just like a punk kid is what he looks like, except for he looks like he's over 30.
So, kind of looks like someone I would probably hang out with.
Probably.
Aiden and Lewis.
Duncan comes up as was kind of keeping watch, but he heard actual talking, and he kind of peeks his head in, and he's all like, "Everything good in here? Keep on watching the door, but..."
I think we're doing good right now, Duncan. Good keeping out, though.
All right. Page me if you need me.
Yeah, I got it.
And he's gonna post up at the door.
All right.
Well, he has a lot of trust in us. That's good. He's got a lot of trust in you, eh?
Yeah, Trey.
I think it's probably more you.
Instead of chasing Blue out of here, she was going to try and climb up on this pile of stuff on my Glowforge. That was going to be a good time.
Oh, Blue.
She's the size of a horse, so.
All right, well, Clark, have you seen anything out of the ordinary that we haven't spotted yet?
Well, she came in through the door that y'all just busted through, to be frank. And I was able to sneak in and be in my small spidery form, and she wasn't paying enough attention to see me, so that's how I got in. But it does seem that there's about 10 people, unless you've killed some, which knowing y'all probably have.
So we got 8 people then.
That I at least have seen in the area, besides Victoria.
Anyone outside?
As far as I knew, it was just the crabby dude on the door.
Well, the crabby dude is no more. So, we're down to 8 so far that we know of.
Looking good.
Plus Victoria.
Plus Victoria. Well, we gotta get through them first if we come across them. So there's that one that we saw over there going off, I'm guessing to the right, because that's where I feel like I'm facing. Like if I'm looking into the lobby, the right, we saw him over there. So over the left, we found you.
Yes.
So we should probably go that way.
I did see her go through, and he points to a utility door that is further past the doors to go actually into the arena part of the arena. So I know she went down that way. And I feel like my usefulness probably ends about here, so I'm gonna watch the door with your buddy. And he, like, slinks over and he's like, "Hi, I'm Clark. You were at the speakeasy, right?" And him and Duncan just start up a conversation while standing at the door.
I also offer Clark a smoke, too. He looks
He takes
stressed.
it.
All right, so utility door, guys. Shall we?
We shall.
So when we get, if we're walking down the hallway towards the utility door, I'm just kind of looking ahead to see if there's anybody off in the distance that we have to avoid, or maybe like near the doors or anything as we're going.
In this area, you don't see anybody else.
All right. So is the door locked when we get to it, or?
No, the door is not locked.
Huh.
Do you open it stealthily, loudly?
I'm not opening shit loud. Because if it's quiet in that arena, every creak is going to make some sort of noise.
Roll an agility check for me, and if you have any stealth skills.
Yeah, I have evasion. So.
Okay, that works.
Agility. 8, 14, 17.
Okay. So you do open the door. It is push from your direction. And as you peek in, there is a small stairway down. It's got like, Luna, stop.
Oh, you got the other one.
No, I do.
Everyone wants to be involved.
Yeah, well, she's got the loud
kitty.
one, and then I've got the fat one. So, and I've got the disaster back here, so I don't need the fat one in it.
I gotta kick her out because she is.
You hear her? She has words. All the words. She'd come in here and yell at me, actually, is what she's going to do next.
Alright.
Alright, so stairs down.
So yeah, they are metal stairs, and they go down to one landing and then go down, and this looks like it leads to sort of like tunnels that are part of the base of the arena, where like all of the boiler rooms, all of the storage, all of that would be. And currently, you do not see anybody in the immediate area.
Okay. Is that so? When we come out of these stairs, is it like more long hallways, or are we in a room? Like, you know, what is all around us?
It goes down into a little room where there's like some electrical panels and stuff, and then a long hallway down, and you can see like a couple doors off of it, and so you can imagine this is where all of the utilities are.
Right. Just I was trying to get a kind of a picture of like, you know, if there's like different offshoots, or if there's only one way we can really go.
Yeah, there's only one way you can really go, and then you do see it goes about 60 feet, and I'd say there's 7 doors off of the sides, and then it just kind of ends at a boiler room.
Well, all right. Do we want to check any of these doors? Are there signs on the doors saying what these rooms are?
Yes, so there's some basic electrical stuff out here, but there is the breaker room, there is the boiler room at the end, there is storage 1, 2, and 3, and then there is maintenance. It's like I gotta count. And then there is a just like a little one of them doesn't really say anything on it, but if you open the door, that one's just like a little cleaning closet.
Yeah, so none of the doors are locked then, right?
No, none of the doors are locked.
Okay.
What do you bet it's in the boiler room? Where do you keep something frosty if you don't want it to actually frost up? Right, we can look in the other doors, but I have a feeling that's probably where we're going to end up looking.
Oh, yeah. No, that's where I was going. I was going to say,
Good logic.
Aiden, you might want to take a point on this one, I think.
Yeah,
Gladly.
I think the hothead needs to go where you belong there.
So the boiler room doesn't have so much as a door that would lock at all. It's one of the double swinging doors kind of thing, like you would go into a kitchen area or something. You do walk up to it, and do you push on the doors?
I'm actually, because we haven't opened the door yet, right?
You just walk towards them.
Can I put my ear up and try and see if I can hear anything in there?
Make a perception check.
Perception check. That is a 7.
No, you don't really hear anything.
All right, let's do this. Just open the door.
Make an agility check for me.
Here we go.
Here we go.
A 6. It's the lowest I could roll.
So as you push the door open, vines, like, had shot out of the handle of the door at the hotel, shoot from both sides and wrap around you.
Oh, this fucking trap again.
You take 10 points of damage. It squeezes you.
That was all my hit points.
Oh no!
You just killed him!
Oh shit, guys!
Let me make sure how this works. 1 second. Search.
My lucky hat.
Fail.
Good stay. There we go. Jesus. And we don't have any time to like reach out and try to grab him and yank him back.
Oh no.
Or grab the vines at all.
I walked into this.
He did not hesitate.
Mm-mm.
This is insane. He's just gonna go like, yep, we're doing this right now.
Someone had to trigger it.
Next time, poke it with a stick or something.
Throw a stick at it.
I was thinking about just doing body compression again and doing what I did last time, but I was worried there's going to be people in that room.
This still might have been the least of your problems.
Yep. Hindsight, it's 2020.
Not if you're dead.
Yeah.
You can see
Yeah,
shit.
0-0.
It's nothing.
Something for like a player immortal just outright kills them. It's just that this is like, do you go unconscious kind of situation. It's buried deep in there in fucking health boxes and everything. I don't remember the last time I looked at it.
Okay, we have been doing damage incorrectly, because of course we have. So if your attack succeeds, the amount your attack roll beat the defense roll by is added to your strength and any appropriate weapon damage. So...
Oh well.
Holy shit, this is rocket sack?
You know, because of course we've been doing that incorrectly, but whatever. Let me just see.
That's right, we're gonna go with it because we had some pretty spectacular kills just now.
Right? I would say, though, honestly, that it's probably been at least another hour that you've been smoking, so you have 1 hit point.
Oh, you are.
I forgot about that it has been about an hour and you're constantly smoking, so.
Oh, shit. If we were out in the starlight, I probably would have recovered a little bit too.
Yes.
Just make sure to put that up there. Okay.
Like, with my tribal gift, the spirit of the Shirakai, that lets me double the effectiveness of my nature, could I say I was using that for my smoke synthesis?
Sure.
2 hit points!
Yay!
Okay, so you, even without that, you wouldn't have been, because it's, you risk incapacitation. We'll say that the other ones, you went over enough of that box to just incapacitate them completely.
We probably could have rolled up and
We're just going to be
them.
consistent with this, and then we will employ more actual rules the next time we play.
We'll have more time to figure it out.
I dropped the ball.
We have a few months to figure it out.
Learning is fun.
The more you
Okay,
know.
so if you
Or, you know.
if you do fill in that last health box before you hit the skull, each time you take further damage after filling in that last box, you do not record it on your character sheet. Instead, you make a will roll against a target number equal to the total number of damage points If you fail that roll, you can no longer continue on and fall into a temporary comatose state for a number of minutes equal to the target number. So we'll just say that you guys have done enough damage that the other immortals haven't just gone comatose, that it's been enough to kill them, and we'll just redact the number of hit points they had. But going forward.
Cool beans.
Yeah, honestly, the stuff that you guys have done to them, the additional damage done beyond that final box, it was just too much. Alright. So, now that we've figured all that out. Yes, I agree with Kelly. Rules are more like guidelines.
Yes, she is correct.
They are.
I approve of that point of view.
So, the rest of you see Aiden opens this door and vines shoot out from, it's on the other side of the door, so as he clears that section, and they wrap around him and they start squeezing him really tight, and he starts looking in actual pain. You've not seen Aiden like this before, actually struggling, and you hear a voice from inside. Well, look who decided to join us. And you do see, past Aiden, standing over what looks like a giant manhole cover, Victoria.
Well, at least I was right. It was in the boiler room. Well, I have longsword bladed weapons. Skill, can I try to cut some of these vines off and free Aiden?
I would give you that move as you walk up, yeah.
Okay. Let's see, that is agility.
Can I body compression my way out of this?
You could try.
Yeah, I'll definitely try that.
By our combined powers, we will get out of this.
Yeah. Well, I'll roll to take a swipe at the vines. So agility.
Actually, you body compressing will make it easier to aim.
Yeah, it will.
You got less of you to hit.
Hey, watch the face!
7, 5, 11.
I'd say that you can press yourself enough that as she cuts at the vines, then she can cut close enough that it just falls off of you and you're fine.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for it still then, or?
The vines aren't moving, so there's no roll against it, really.
Okay.
So.
Cool. All right.
So as you do walk in, she is in the full exotic orchid form, and her fingers have all grown vines, and they're attached to the walls as she looks, and how it's crumbling, she's trying to bring the room down as you walk in.
That's not cute. So
I believe we were on. We'll say that Aiden made his move, so Maurice would be next for an actual move as we move into an initiative.
well, what about Sky? It looks
Yeah,
like
I don't think Sky's got a turn yet.
yeah, it's Sky.
No, I got a turn. I got a turn.
He tried
I got a
to
turn, I
snap
missed.
the Venus flytrap.
That's
Fine.
right. That's right.
I missed.
That's right. I did that. Okay.
So can I get a recap of this visual here of what this orchid lady's trying to do?
As you walk in, it's she is standing over top of the what looks like a manhole cover, which you assume is the main anchor point for where the Absalom have been
Searching.
The dimensional door of where they are stuck. Because the
shit.
other one was a small one that Duncan could just cover with his hand to reinforce. So, as you walk in, she's standing right on top of that. Full on, she's about a 7-foot tall orchid right now. and she's got vines coming out of her fingers, and those are lodged into the walls on either side of her, and she's trying to crumble the walls to start to pull them in.
Well, if she crumbles the
See
wall,
how well she's doing that, though.
yeah, she's gonna pull the ceiling there. She's gonna pull everything down on us, so we gotta stop that.
So it's not enough to be doing terrible structural damage, but the where they are at in the walls is starting to crumble, and you can start to see rebar and the that is reinforcing the walls.
Thinking about what I could actually do, I'm not a very high. How does it put it? I'm not a high DPS type of person, so.
It might be more distraction or just getting her to loosen her grip. And the rest of us can deal with the damage.
Or healing Aiden.
Or healing Aiden, because he's well and goodly fucked right now.
I'm good.
Yeah, you look fucking great right now.
I look fantastic, as always.
You look like raggedy shit right now. Come on now.
I mean, that's all you do to look outside.
I'm a little more raggedy then.
Okay. You know what? Healing sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna do Nostrum. With Aiden. Reese is after he broke out of the vines, comes out of his compression and everything. Of course, Reese is kind of like hovering, like, he's okay. It looks like he actually hurt a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Oh God, is that? Oh, I haven't seen that in a while.
Let me help you out there. And he just I start brushing his shoulder.
There's Iker running from wounds in his stomach from where the vines actually cut through the skin. And
so I basically just kind of start doing this pat down motion, like I'm patting I'm patting out a fire. But you notice that every time I pat him, there's this off gas of freaking spores I'm knocking the dust off of him, and it's an attempt to basically congeal that and pull the Iker off and heal his wounds. No shrum. Let me pull that, and also pull up. I have it. I have all the rolls written down.
Yeah. So each effect level restores 1 box of health that has been damaged, effectively speeding up the healing process. So. However many levels you have in it, I think you said you only have 1.
I have 2, but there is a roll for those too.
That's right. It's All right.
Yeah, if I roll really high, I can add to that. I got a total of 13 on the roll. I'm not sure how that'll pan out.
Let me read this out quick.
How they want you to interpret that.
I figure any way we demo, please. It's up to the DM.
Right? So it has a base target of 6. So technically you would be able to heal him 8.
The target was 6 and I hit for a 13, so was it many?
So, I would say
7 would be the math.
So 7, yeah. So you heal 7 health boxes back.
It's oh shit. Ugh.
You look less like raggedy shit and like your normal shit now.
Oh, I just got these clothes too, man.
I hope that helps a little bit. It looks like we're gonna need you to stop her because this is not looking good right now.
All right, and that puts us on Angel's turn.
I have Fireball. Are we far enough away?
You have Fireball?
Surprise!
Is he? Or Light doesn't fuck around.
I changed it to Fox Fireball. But are we far enough away that we won't all cook ourselves?
Let me look
won't
at
cook
it.
everyone?
Yeah, no collateral damage, please.
you thought you had to worry about the place coming down. You might just get cooked inside instead.
I'm getting murdered by my cute little brother here. Stop it.
AoE is selective, so you can select an area to affect.
I am just going to target around her if I can, like a little radius.
Alright. Yep, it instantly travels there and explodes outwards, covering the AoE. So I imagine it's kind of like you throw a little bit, like a ring of fire that like denotes the area, and then it explodes.
Yes, and instead of being hot, it actually glows blue, but it's not hot like fire normally would. It would be actually cool around it, so a little foxfire.
Alright. I like the flavoring.
It's my spirit die, right?
Yes, so spirit die plus your spirit, and plus I think fireball is just the base cost, so we'll call it +6, because, we're gonna go with how we've been doing things. And then next time we will play better.
I rolled an 8 plus my spirit, 7. And then you said +6? 8 plus 15, 21.
Okay. She's much more robust than any of the others that you've come across, and she absorbs it and just kind of I've been around longer than probably your last avatar. Good luck. And then we move to people talked about lost.
It's my turn.
Elena.
It's me. It's me. I'm gonna throw my Spear of Destiny at one of her hands, see if I can get it to unlodge from the wall, because the vines are coming out of her fingers and she's pulling it, right?
Yes.
So I want to hit her in the hand.
Okay.
Let's see. That's a 2. Okay. So 10, 12. I rolled 20.
He only got an 18.
Only got an 18.
Noise.
Oh, wow.
So it does hit her hand, and kind of jerks reflexively, and the vines do start to come out of the wall and just pull a chunk of the wall with it. And she just kind of looks at it. Huh. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
I just drew strength in my roll, right?
Yes.
8.
Okay. She pulls the spear out of her hand and it dissolves, because I figure as soon as it's out of something is when it disappears. Because magic! Alright, so that puts us on Sky's turn, and then it will be back to her.
So Sky, seeing this, he's going to sprout out his wings and take a leap right towards her and try to double hammer fist down right on her head.
Alright, go ahead and roll strength and any skills you have to go in with that.
Yeah, unarmed combat. Oh, yes. That'll be a 26.
Noise.
Oh, shit.
She got a 19. Alright, so go ahead and roll your strength, and then roll the strength die, add your strength, and then the level of unarmed combat for.
Okay. No. Okay, that's not as. That will be 19 damage.
All right.
Yes.
So you bring it down on like. Do you bring it down on like one of her arms or on the?
Oh no, I'm going straight right here.
Oh, on her head. Okay. So you run in and you double fist down right on top of her head, and she just kind of like cracks her neck and looks back up. Oh, you're hurting me a little. And like you have obviously like she's got ichor running from her hand, and like her neck is at a slight angle now. Like you are hurting her, obviously. But she's like, but now it's my turn. And she's going to use Hailstorm. And it is going to, like, so the hand that has the ichor, she kind of brings around and she just blows into her hand and it's ice. And then drops it right on top of the manhole cover looking thing and steps back off of it. And even though you can't, there's no sky in this room, clouds kind of start to gather in the corners and it gets darker in there. And it is going to go ahead and let's roll for what hit will be first. 24. You want to roll for agility and evasion and all that to see if it misses most of you.
Oh,
Yes, I'm going to. I have all the things to dodge.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll roll a dodge.
Even at my best, all I can roll is a 12.
Nope. I got an 18.
Was close, 21, but no dice.
Yeah, I only got 13.
Aiden?
Yeah, I got like 10. I didn't even take the chance to remember it.
Alright. So, I'm just going to take one of them and do the damage for all of you instead of trying to figure out what it would be. There's the one. Tip dice. So that is only 7 points of damage.
At least you got there.
As you noticed, like you all get hit, and then you see that she kind of concentrated it on the actual cover, and it starts to crack. That dry ice effect is coming up through that crack. And now we are back to the beginning with Aiden.
Well, you got a lot of new cigarette because I had to drop it during that little attack. Got it real quick. I'm gonna point to the other hand, opposite of Elena, and I'm gonna use Ember.
Okay.
So there's not necessarily an attack roll. I think it's like an agility thing or something, because the target erupts into a gout of flame, taking damage once per turn. And the target burns until the serenade total drops to its body. And mundane attempts to put the fire out do not take it out, but can decrease the strength at some time.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so yeah, there's nothing that she can do to avoid it. So go ahead and roll a spirit die for the damage. Alright, so it hits, and she's looking real rough now. Like, obviously it hits her entire body, and she kind of starts screeching, and she pulls the other hand of vines out, and she's gonna try and run. And so she runs past, or like through all of you, like pushing you out of the way, even with the fire.
Yeah, she's on fire.
I mean, I'll grab her by the back of the head if I have to. Because I'm right there on her.
Like, I would say that because, I mean, it's not a huge room, but the room is easily, like, 20 feet, so her movement would only get her to you guys, so I would say we then go to Maurice, with her still, like, right there with you all.
She's entirely engulfed in flames at this point?
Yes, it's like a gout, so it's just, like, barely off her skin. So, like, if she touched you guys, it might burn, but she's focused on just running and trying to get past you.
Is the manhole open?
No, it's just cracked. And, like, the dry ice effect kind of look is happening.
Okay. So to seal that. But we need to take care of this flaming orchid now.
This
Burning woman.
Damn it. I was gonna do something already. Like, I already had a plan after my last turn, but it sounds like a really bad idea now.
Save that for later. We might still need it.
Okay. I am not particularly strong. And she's like just getting to the point of passing me, so she's like right up in my business.
Yeah, she's like right at the door. So probably not quite to you if you didn't walk into the room. You just walked up to Aiden.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not entirely with it. Yeah, I was basically just kind of like she's coming towards us, and I'm just like, oh, here comes the fire. And then just kind of like one of those, like, pull the gun out again, just like,
She had 2 health boxes left, so I would say that the 5 takes her just under enough that you take her down, and you see the spirit rise and go up. And as that happens, somebody comes from behind you and uses... where did it go? I don't remember the name of it, so I can't just search. I know it was up here. So you do, like, from behind all of you, a crack of thunder happens. Or not thunder, lightning. And they're aiming for the cover. And we're gonna see if it's enough. 1 short. So the lightning hits the cover, and it cracks a little bit more, and you can hear a deep cackling coming through it, but it's not quite broken, so there's still a chance of reclosing it, and that is where we're going to take our break.
All right.
Mid-combat. Nice.
All right.
Oh, yes.
We're still hot mics, but we are on break.
I'm gonna go get another drink, because mine is gone, and I am thirsty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Drink
Drink time.
time.
Ready? Ready?
God damn.
I'm curious. Explore my list.
Made some Fenrisian ale. Because, you know, I like Warhammer. And it gets you feeling nice and warm real quick.
So beautiful.
What the hell was that?
There's a Moogle. For those that miss Kiri.
Oh.
Welcome to the Mighty
That's awesome.
Oh, I love Carrie.
It's checking on the pozole that we're having.
Ooh,
Yummy.
lucky.
Jealous.
Me attempting to check all of the things I have on my watch, and I'm all like, that's a lot of things I'm gonna
So for those of you that played Final Fantasy 14 and you've seen a lot of ninjas, you know, flubbing their mudras, you see this guy a lot.
That's awesome.
I got back into Final Fantasy 14. Michael from Superior Adventurers Guild was like, come to Balmung and play with me. So
Yeah.
I'm up to level. I started a new character because it was being dumb on letting me transfer it. So I'm up to level 50 and just finished the main game MSQ. So now I get to go on to A Realm Reborn.
Ooh.
Yes. I know I need to get back into playing it. I stopped playing it for like a good year now, I think.
I played it when it first came out for a little bit. And then that was on PC. And I stopped playing it because I really suck at mouse and keyboard. Then I got it on the PS4. Oh God, that was after my divorce. So like 4 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago? I played for a little bit on PS4. And then I forgot that login. So then when I decided to play, because Endwalker was coming out and did the pre-order, I had to buy it again because I couldn't even remember I didn't have the password for the email. I didn't have any backups. So. But yes. And then Michael just meets up with me and he's all like, here, have 1 million gil to start.
Oh my goodness.
Because
Hooking it up.
got
You know what?
Classes almost. Like
Community in 14 is hilarious sometimes. I had a friend of mine that made a character that they played for a little bit as like a Rogan woman, and had somebody roll right up to him, handed them 1 million gil, and then popped the fucking champagne bottle on him and then ran away. I'm like, wow, you got money shot. Okay, cool. What?
When I first jumped in, I was doing some fates that were around the level I was, and there was this person that like followed me to these 4 or 5 fates, and after each fate just gave me 10,000 gil, and I'm like, here's a paint thing? I want to actually trade something.
A hard-boiled egg in these trying times.
But I was able to get a couple of mounts, and I got my Cerba pup, so I have the Cerberus pup minion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love the minions, and they're just so adorable.
Shit, let me put that out of the way.
The Oppo Oppo is one of my favorites because it'll ride on your head.
Oh my god, you gotta get your hands on the red panda. Oh my god, it's so
I've
cute.
seen it in the marketplace. It looks cute.
Yeah, I do like if you play as Olafel, some of the ones that would normally crawl up onto your shoulder will actually sit on top of your head instead.
Yep, it was when I was on my Lalafell Lavender Mochi. It would sit on my head. I'm in Ara this time.
Yeah, I really wanted one of those gaboos because I think they're like ugly cute.
Oh yeah, the goblins. Yeah.
Yes, I love him so much. He's my favorite.
Oh, they're so derpy and cute. I love like you can fly. If you fly with their little noodle arms, they're like, yeah.
I also really like the goblins, the little wind-up gobos.
Yes.
But then again, I mean, I am a chaos goblin, so I gotta love the goblins.
Oh, represent.
Yeah.
I'm actually amazed, like how like literal the kobolds talk in 14. Like like how they mash words together. And weirdly enough, like their languages must be like their actual like core language, since they have to talk in like Eorzean at everybody all the time. Their core language must be like really, really complex because of the fact that they have to like smash things together.
That is our fatty cat, Glue, sitting in Cat's seat right now.
Oh.
That's the one that will fall asleep with her face in the food bowl.
Oh, poor kitty.
Yes.
Well, Scooby.
Godzilla. I just looked over at chat and saw technically there is a sky in the room.
Yes.
I don't pay attention to either of the chats nearly enough to catch all of the jokes.
It's kind of hard to.
When I'm a player, it's easier, but when I'm actually like running it, I'm like absorbed in the story, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
But can I just say, having the Alienware laptop screen plus one big screen and then the giant curved gaming monitor makes it so much easier to look at everything. Start trying it, even with items. But we're in the home stretch. While we're on this, I might as well drop to the Discord again. If I'm typing in the right chat.
Maybe. Are you?
Now I am.
Okay.
Because we've casted for all of the one-shots for April. It's going to be a wild ride, but we will be doing a play test for a new system, Spellburn Earth. In May, we're going to do 4 weeks of that. It's going to be a pared down. The entire thing is like, I want to say it's over 300 pages already. But we're gonna just playtest 2 of the 7 nations, because those are the ones that he has in a place he wants them, and where the sensitivity readers are like, yeah, this is good. But it's a lot more work than he was expecting. But we're still gonna do the playtest so that we can at least check how the rules are working out, because the only games that have been played so far were run by him. So when we do the playtest of Spellburn Earth, we're going to go into it with the intention of trying to break the game, to put it through its paces and see how it holds up.
I like breaking games. It's fun.
So, anybody in the chat or anybody that watches this later, you can also check out the R&R Production Twitter, and in the link tree, there's a link to the Discord. We will be casting for that in a couple weeks. And then I'm going into a 5e homebrew campaign that I'm super excited for. And hopefully Urban Shadows will get here sooner than later, so I can start that.
We got plenty of other things we could do in the meantime, so it'll be all right.
And we're also going to start up, I think, since April's kind of all over the place for what days, in May, I want to start Chaos Commentary, which is where we're going to, sometimes it'll just be me talking at y'all and talking TTRPG stuff. I'm going to bring some people on for interviews. We're probably going to have one where it's just Kat and I, me knowing more about TTRPGs and her not as much, and talking about what makes them fun and what we get out of them separately, and probably talk just a lot of shit, 'cause that's what we do.
Yes, much shit talking.
I will wear my Chaos Demon shirt then.
Sweet.
All right, shall we jump back in?
Yep.
Absolutely.
There
Let's
we
go.
Just thinking about it. There we go.
So where we left off, they have beat Victoria, the exotic orchid lady that has been troubling them so, when she was so close to breaking open, or she had started to break open the seal on the anchor point that there is the one anchor point that Duncan protected, so until that is broken, this, even if it breaks, they won't be able to get out until all other anchor points have also been destroyed. But once this one is open, it will be harder to close all of them. So she hit it with some hail, and then Aiden set her on fire. She tried to run, and Maurice was able to finish her off with a gunshot. And then at that moment, another Immortal ran up from behind and cast Surge and hit it with lightning. And so it has cracked farther open, and the manhole cover looking thing, it's probably easily 5 feet of circumference, and it's cracked right down the middle, and almost like somebody took their hands and is prying it up at the middle, and then there's it's so cold on the inside that it's got that dry ice effect, like when you put dry ice into punch for witch's brew, and it's just flooding out into the room, and it's slowly getting colder in there as well. And on that point, we are on Angel's turn, just after Surge has happened.
All right, do something cute that'll fuck him up.
Totally dangerous.
You said we heard creepy laughs coming.
Yes, there was a creepy laugh that was heard echoing from underneath the anchor point.
So I don't like that. So I'm going to tell everyone, okay, this is my last surprise, and I'm going to cast Ice Sphere, which is a force field, to try and reinforce the opening. Can I? Is that something I can do?
Look at that quick.
Okay.
I saw this and now it's not finding it because fuck my life, right?
It's fine.
Okay. So it'll weaken any incoming attacks. The attacks must first penetrate the armor provided by the shield before any damage can be applied to a target inside the shield. All right. So this is similar to what Duncan had done with the other anchor point that he reinforced. This doesn't last quite as long as what he did, and just so you know that since it is cold, it is could slightly weaken the cover underneath it, but for now they have to go through that before they can get to the cover to attack.
Okay.
And that puts us on Elena's turn.
All right, so I turn around to see who shot the lightning bolt at the manhole cover. What is behind this?
So you see, I need, first off, it would be Angel. Roll me, it'd be like history, so I would say, okay, it still would be perception. So go ahead and roll perception, and if you have any skills that relate to memory, you can add that as well.
I don't, but you're too far. 10, and then would I do plus perception?
Yes.
17 all up.
Okay, so you all turn around, and everybody sees a slightly smallish girl, like probably only about 5 foot tops, in a like almost Japanime kind of outfit with the like little schoolgirl skirt and like totally playing into that whole vibe. Asian, got the bob haircut. Angel, you recognized her as somebody that you used to play shows with. And her name is Cortana.
She sounds like she looks like a Go-Go from Kill Bill. Kill Bill.
Yes, that is very similar.
Hey, Cortana, what are you doing here? I'm still trying to concentrate on keeping my eye shield up. But I'm going to look at her through the side of my eye.
She kind of glares at you and says, I didn't want to be here, but I'm sure you've heard this from the rest of them. They're forcing us to. And now it's Elena's turn.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to unforce her. So, I'm going to toss my spear at her just to get things going.
Okay.
I always forget which one strength. I don't know why I forget it every time I roll it. 7, 11, 17. No, add my spear. 19. Sorry. Math.
She does beat it with her agility. She kind of looks over as the spear is coming, and you still like.
Thought the spear can't miss.
It's the automatic hit, but her agility is high enough that it's not going to do as much damage as it would have.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage of the spear. Strength plus the roll for strength.
So 10.
Right, so she takes half of that.
Okay.
Because she kind of gets out of the way of it.
Okay.
But she's like the quickest NPC I've put out. So it happens, and the spear kind of like clips her ribs, and she yells out. If anyone has anything that'll target my mind and break this compulsion, I would appreciate it. And then we go on to...
Yes.
I don't have anything like that.
I definitely don't. But I can do that, I guess.
So knock her unconscious or something. Punch her in the face really hard. On second thought, I know how some of you hit, so maybe that might be bad.
I'm gonna jump up to her now because now she's the main target, and I'm going to try and use one of my abilities called Deafen.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna just like hit her right upside the head on her ears.
Uh-huh.
And it's a hand-to-hand combat. What?
Is this a serenade or a physical attack?
No, it's what is it called? It's an effect that I have.
Yeah.
Nature.
Giving the old air clap.
Yep.
Just flavor.
Well, it's weird because like when you read it, it says hand-to-hand combat ranged.
So you create a penalty against all opponents in hand-to-hand combat range equal to half your presence.
Yes.
This is due to disorientation, loss of hearing, balance, etc. The effect lasts until the end of the scene. Hearing protection, if sufficient, may reduce the penalty the target receives. Alright. So
-2 basically to all of her stuff.
yes.
Or -3.
Okay.
Hand to hand. That will be a lot. Shoot. 7 plus 9 is 16, 24.
Numbers.
Right. Since you're a good player at the same time as doing Deafen, I will let you do damage for sure.
Sweet. Damage is again a lot. 7, 16, 20, 21 points of damage.
You do like her ears start to bleed and she drops to her knees. And she is incapacitated, but she still has just enough willpower to stay up. And she says, if somebody can pick me up and take me out of here, I would appreciate it. Like, this is a badass little itty-bitty bean of a thing.
I didn't mean to hit her that hard. Jesus.
That's always the case.
That was actually her level of hit points. So, but she's still, like, so she's incapacitated. She can't do anything. Like, it has, like, she can't hear any of you. The damage done to her ears is enough. And she just knows that if she gets out of this building, it's basically like that yell, "Get me out of here," because if she gets farther away from the influence, it might lessen. And then you can work on getting her unattached from this.
So someone needs to sling him over her shoulder and carry him out. But we need. So what are we doing about the manhole? If we've got her incapacitated, we carry her out, but we can't just leave this unattended. So.
Well, chances are they're going to come after us.
You want to page Duncan?
So,
I was gonna say.
I can do that.
Yeah, let's get Duncan.
bring the manacles down just in case.
Let's get Dunky Donuts down
I say
here
we
and
just hold
guard
up
the
shop
hole.
here and just take out anything that comes towards us.
She does also get out that second. There it is. So she does get out. My brother is also here. He's upstairs in the lobby. He has welds and can close this back up if somebody is able to break his will or force him to use the willpower to break free of this. His willpower is greater than mine, so if somebody can start to bring him out of it, he can help you. And then Duncan comes down, he's all like, okay, is she cool? Are we good?
She's incapacitated. We gotta take her out of here.
Alright.
Yes, I will
So
pick her up and run. Sprint out of there.
Well, Duncan's there. He's going to take her out. So
Okay.
that you guys can concentrate on that. He says, the only other person I've seen is the one that's on the other side of the lobby. I came down here quietly. And she says, 2 of the others were explicitly bound by Victoria. With her dead, they've probably run. And then Duncan carries her out, and she's manacled, and, like, still, like, her brain is able to break free, but her body is still, like, trying to pull her back to try and destroy.
So we got 5 left.
Let's see. We killed 2. We walked out 1. Said 2 ran. So out of 8, that would leave 3.
And one of them is her brother.
Yeah. We didn't ask her which one. He says she's the one just past the lobby? Was that what she
Yeah,
said?
the only other one in the lobby.
Okay.
I don't know where the last 2 might be, but they were sent on the opposite side of the building.
Alright, so we need to get him, but we can't leave this alone. So who's going to get him?
I will stay here, and if anybody comes down, I'll stop them.
Right? Should I stay here to keep concentrating on the
On the-
mecha?
On
I
the
mean,
shield?
if anyone of us can do this, it's probably you.
Oh, yep, I'll come. I just yeah,
I'll go with Angel too, just watch the back.
Yeah, I'll go with Angel. You 2 want to stay down here?
Yes.
Should be fine. Yeah, absolutely fine.
Okay.
You know,
I adore
give me a
Marie.
ring if anything happens.
Sure,
Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Maurice, you can do that thing again.
Gotta hold out the sand.
When I clap into his hand. to
Hello? Okay, you can hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Good luck out there.
Good luck in here. Creepy voices coming out of that face.
So you do make your way back up to the lobby. And those of you that have gone, walk around the corner. And you do see a bear. He's in his body form. It's like a black bear.
Okay.
and he has like wrapped his arms and legs around a pillar and like has taken rope and has like tied himself there. Like he very obviously doesn't want to attack anybody, and his willpower is just enough to have overridden his body's responses to do the thing.
Cool. Then we gotta go poke the bear. All right. All right. So all I have is like investigation stuff and like linguistics and all these things. I don't have anything that's gonna get him out of this. What do you have, Angel?
I have mesmerize, so I can hypnotize a target. If you win, the target will remain hypnotized for the remainder of the scene or until someone does something to stir the target.
So maybe
During this time, you may implant a suggestion for a number of days.
so
Nice, yes.
so
Very
yeah,
helpful.
maybe you can hypnotize him to force his way out of it. Cool.
Alright, so it's a presence versus presence roll.
Yes, so he gets a -5.
Okay. So that's 0 added to whatever his roll. And he rolled a 1!
Hooray!
So he kind of slackens and just...
So I got 4 plus 7, so
Okay, so yeah, you can implant something in his brain that lasts up to 10 days. If you wanted to on top of it. The suggestion cannot cause the target to purposely harm himself, a loved one, etc. But
Basically, you have to give him the suggestion to get the rest of the willpower to break free of this so he can come help us.
Hey, mister. I'd like you to come down and come with us if you can. And
Well, you got to make it an
I'm
order.
going to be like all shy about it.
Yeah, you got to make this shit like an order. You can't just ask him like, "Hey, maybe you wanna," because that'll give him too much room to fail his willpower.
Yeah.
You got to be
snap
the
out of
boss.
Snap out of it and come with us.
Yeah, there you go. You put a little abrasive with it.
Yeah.
he's like, yes, I need to help you. And he does start to shrink in size, and then he like becomes the size of a bear cub, and is able to get out of the ropes and starts following you.
So this is the lobby, right?
Yes.
Is there like a little intercom thing?
No, that would be up in the announcer's box.
Never mind then.
Don't stir the pot.
Well, just gonna give someone an invitation.
No invitation. We'll find them later, or they'll find us.
All right, let's go.
As you walk back past the door, you carry the bear cub.
Pick him up with me as we go.
So you do, as you walk past the door, Clark pokes his head in and he's all like, I saw Duncan run out of here with Cortana. I expect that that's her brother Angus?
We believe so.
I'm going to look at him. Are you Angus? As I'm holding him.
Somebody with artistic talent needs to do Angel carrying Angus so we can put it on a shirt.
So cute.
And he says, they are regulars and they are good people. And if they're here, I think that the other two are probably the other parts of their act. They've got Angel, you know, she performs solo, but they also have a band. And it's probably their guitarist and their bassist. And I think that if we can get her healed up a little bit and break the compulsion, that she can probably break it for them as well, because she's got some juju there.
She's got some balls. I'll give her that. All right. Well, first we need to finish sealing off this manhole, and then we'll get there.
Yes. We don't need those damn frost giants out and
No,
about. No, sir.
It's not a good time. Let's go. All right, so we need to hustle down there because we want to get this done before they come find us, and we have to harm them. That seems like a bad form if they really don't want to do this. So, all right, we're going.
All right, so you make it back there, and as soon as you set Angus down, he does come out into his small Asian human form. Him and Cortana are actually siblings in this time, and then their Voxes, they were off together when the Voxes found both of them. So they are siblings in this life and as immortals. And he holds his hand out, and he casts Weld, and it brings together either two people, two inanimate objects, two creatures, and holds them together for as long as he can concentrate on it. But it also, because these things already belong together, he looks over, he's like, does anybody got fire? Because I think that would actually finish welding this back together a little.
I think Aiden's
someone say fire?
So he uses weld, and it gets it back together. And it's like, fits back together perfectly. Like, it hadn't been ripped at all. And if you do use just enough to start heating up the metal to melt it back together, and then get a hold of the council, they can make sure that it's actually, locked down again.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Have my finger down almost like a welding gun, just like against the crack, just...
And as you seal that off, he kind of slumps. And he's like, it was Victoria that had us controlled before, but only a couple of us. As soon as that cracked open, it like invaded our minds. I've never felt anything like that before. I did not like it. Where's my sister?
She's getting...
Don't worry. We got some people on it. She'll be okay. She's pretty hurt, but like we got good people.
Okay.
Go to smoke?
Right. No, I don't touch cigarettes. They smell horrible.
No, you're a loss.
Thanks. So as you guys walk back up, there are two other Asians that have come around, two males. They're like taller and lankier, and they're like, oh, whatever happened, we're free again. I think we have you guys to thank for that. We should probably go with you to check in with the local council and tell them what we know.
It's a good idea.
And at that point, Duncan walks back in and he's all like, yeah, she passed out in the truck, so... Oh, hey. He's like, I helped her heal a little bit, but she's sleeping it off. He's like, all right, I have messaged the council, and they are expecting us. I don't think that this is all of the people that we're done dealing with, but hopefully the other teams have at least whittled them down. So, we all kind of crowd in the van. We've got extras. I guess I'm sitting on the floor.
Everybody in the free candy van.
Yeah, we can scoot in there pretty easy. Oh, I am hurt.
So as you guys make your way back, you do make it back to the council. And they are able to ascertain the level of what was done to help mind control them, and they're like, all right, well, if it cut off, Andra's like sitting there and she's like, if it cut off, yes. That means you were able to at least close it enough that the influence has lessened. We're pretty sure that we stopped the other anchor points from being destroyed. There's one team that we still haven't heard back from. She's like, but we did have to restrain Marlena, is that what I named her? Yes, Marlena. Because she freaked out for a little bit there. But Christopher was able to get into her brain and disentangle what they had actually done. Sorry, I had to allow Skag to message because apparently it said Patty.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait, what? No.
That's why I was confused when I saw it. I was like, huh?
No, I was looking at it too. I was like, what are we doing over here right now?
I did put enough layers on there that we're trying to, keep the chat good, but that's not bullying. You can't bully a fan.
What, the fan has feelings?
So the next, you guys are all able to, they have given you rooms in the compound since some of you were hurt fairly badly, and you're able to sleep it off, and when you guys wake up and come back downstairs the next day, the compulsion has been pulled off of the band, and they all thank you profusely for helping them out. They're like, yeah, having your mind just taken over and you're not actually in control of what you're doing. Some of us were able to fight back against it better, but some people, man, they got no willpower, and that was bad. They're like, we're pretty sure that Victoria was actually buying into it. Like, she was more than just a minion. She was affected by them, and she probably is one of the progeny that they left out in the world, and she just had to build up this base, this power base, to be able to try and free them. But, yeah, no, that was not fun, not being in control of your body. She does look around, she's like, I think I can help her, though, and Marlena is, like, still manacled, but she's sitting in the corner and just, like, there's almost, like, ice froth happening around her mouth, and she walks up to her and places her hand on her forehead, and you just see this purplish glow that kind of has sparkles in it, and, like, you almost see the shape of a unicorn happening.
Some Lisa Frank shit right there. Slap that on the folder.
She does use an effect that she has that is able to clear away the cobwebs and brings her back to herself. And as this happens, that mark on her arm actually visibly starts to fade. And she looks around and she's like, I told them things. I didn't want to, but I told them things about the council. I think they might be coming here.
And what?
Well, at least we don't have to pile in the van.
She's like, I didn't see this. Like, it's kind of like everybody's catching everybody up. She's like, I didn't see this Victoria that you're talking about, but there is a man. And he was this big kind of gruff guy, and I kind of think that he might be a Viking avatar that took over, because it did not seem like a normal person. The person is fully out of the seat, and this avatar is in control. I'm pretty sure that he must have fought on the side, of the Frost Giants back then. I think he's still out there. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you anything else besides that they took me to this dark basement, and then they took over my brain, and then... She's right. It sucks not being in charge of yourself. And Harry, in his little kid form, runs over and he's like, please, describe more. And she gives this description and, like, the forked beard with the beads, and he's out here in Phoenix in full furs. Like, he's devoted.
Could just be a really dedicated metalhead back in the 90s.
Or maybe he's one of those dorks that, like, hits people's sticks at the park.
I know a lot of those dorks.
Oh. Give me 1 second.
But you're probably not wrong.
I made a note of this person, and then Harry runs up and he's like, from the description, I think that this is Olaf Haraldsson. He did fight on the side of the Frost Giants. He was one of their first progeny. If he's in town and he's taken over, that's not great. I was once his friend before he went to the dark side, as it were. I think I should go out with you while you hunt him down. And you guys have slept, and they've helped the healing along as well. So you're all back up to your full hit boxes.
Hooray!
And you go out, and Marlena does say that they grabbed her, and to where they took her, it wasn't very far, and she had been at... God, why is my mind blanking all of a sudden? She had still been downtown running an errand. I don't remember what building I said it was now, and my brain is trying to die on me. So.
Okay. What are you trying to describe? Which building?
It's that funny-looking, like, bulbous building.
Oh, the Jiffy Pop looking thing?
Yes!
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, downtown. Yeah, it seems like
Yeah.
a church or something, as I recall.
Yeah, I think so. She says that she was over by there, and so it's got to be in an area over there. And Christopher kind of closes his eyes, and when he opens them again, there's like a white film, and he's like, there is a disturbance. Ice is forming. I'm just going to name a corner and say that it's Central and Thomas.
Definitely not there, but we'll go with it.
Something's happening over there. And so you guys all pile back in the van.
Back in the free candy van.
Wait.
And Harry's kind of standing between the two seats, and he's kind of excited. He's like, I haven't gotten out and really done much lately. This will be fun.
Oh shit, everyone's coming back. Party.
Is Duncan coming too?
Duncan's following Aiden, and he kind of leans into Aiden, and he's like, you've done good. The council says they'll put in a good word for you to see if we can't get some more time knocked off of your sentence.
I love to hear.
And as you pull up to that intersection, the entire intersection is like an ice skating rink that's completely frozen over. And standing in the middle of it with a giant axe is Olaf. And we're going to go ahead and end it there, and we will have the Olaf battle when we come back again to this later this summer.
Aw,
We're holding it right there?
Yes.
That's a long ass cliffhanger. What the fuck?
As soon as you guys said you wanted to come back to these characters, I knew I was going to leave it on a cliffhanger.
Oh, fine.
We did say
Fine.
that. We did.
Did say
That's
that.
okay. That gives us a few months to research our ship better so we can kick his ass.
Yes.
And have like an actual
Viewpoint
Immortals like battle.
Yeah,
The way that it's supposed to be run.
sort of.
But thanks for coming along on this adventure, everybody. It was fun.
It's been great.
It was a good time.
Wonderful.
This is my first stream ever. I've never done this before, so super awesome.
Awesome.
Alright, so let's start from the back. I will start with Lewis. Tell us where we can find you, what you got going on. God damn it, I'm not in chat.
I've been doing it the whole time.
Hi everyone, I am Lewis, also known as Lewis D Legend. That's D as in DE Legend over on Twitter. You can find me usually over at Bards and Brews for Sins of Mothers every Wednesday, and also an upcoming campaign every other Friday coming within the next few weeks. And I'll also be here in June, July, and maybe trying to dip in a couple of one-shots if I can.
Alright, Kat.
Alright, I'm Kat, Autumn Knox on Twitter. You'll see me here for one of the 2 Viking Death Squad games that we have going this month, or in April. It's almost April. And The Last Masquerade. And then whatever other things I pop into or I'm doing behind the scenes, you'll see me chatting. I'm the one that's been chatting as R&R in the chat tonight, so I'll be around.
She will also be with me on Chaos Commentary pretty often, I imagine.
Yes. Also
It's much
that's
better to have somebody to talk to and riff off of other than just the chat.
yes, that's coming in May, so we got some time.
Alright, and Skag.
Hello, everybody. I am Skagwater RPG.
Got it.
You can find me pretty much everywhere. I saw that.
Hi, Miss Skag.
F Skag. Okay, I see how it is now. Jeez.
No.
The first one I fat fingered. I'm proud of myself.
All right. Anyways, you can find me on at Skagwater RPG on all social media networks, and I will be part of one of the Viking Death Squad one-shots here. And you can also find me playing Michael Malibu on Dice Trap Evolution, a Means to Masterminds actual play podcast. We just released an episode last Friday.
And Travis.
Hi, I'm Travis, also known as Eversalt on Twitch and YouTube, and Scan Eversalt on Twitter. I'm a comedic gaming creator with a passion for ttrpg, so you find me playing with a lot of individuals like these lovely folks. The only thing I think I have going on right now is being in a couple of one-shots on R&R, the Feywild one and a Viking Deck Squad one, so might see me around there.
Him and I are also going to be on a couple podcasts coming out from Game Night Heroes. The Lady Blackbird one should be coming out soon. There's been health and technical issues behind the scenes that have delayed that. And then we're about to start recording for a new Kickstarter that we're going to do a few episodes for that will be released as part of the Kickstarter. That's and Izzy.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I just have an Instagram, Izzy Talavera, all one. And then you'll see me April 18th for the Feywild one-shot.
Woo!
Woo woo.
And I am Kristen Darcerilish. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok when I remember that the last 2 are things. I occasionally post over there. I'm trying to be better, but life got busy. You can find me this week. On Thursday, I will be guesting over on Superior Adventures Guild. Let me shout them out quick. I will be guesting on their Kids on Brooms stream. That is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get fortune teller. Also, this week, I believe communication has been a little spotty, but sometime this month, I will start in Heir Apparent with Time Lord's Wife over on her channel, where we were playing Scion and being demigods, and I'm super excited for that one. It's one of my favorite systems, and I'm super excited to get to play in it again.
Yeah, it was fun.
Saturday nights, you can catch me on. I have so much going on. Exquisite Corpse Presents. That's right. Yes, there we go. Where I play Candy. We've had a couple hiccups with health and tech over there, so it's been a little spotty on when we play, but most Saturday nights over there as Candy the Blind Hacker. Every other Saturday morning, I am on Ladies of D&D, playing the demon Lady Nightshade. And I also have a Viking Death Squad game that I will be playing in and not running on Saturday over on Superior Adventurers Guild, because I have lots of really cool friends, so I'm going to play with them. So check us out there, and again, we do have the Discord, where you can jump in if you want to play games with us, or just chat with all of the cool, lovely people that we have in our chat, and check out our Twitter, our production. And thanks for coming out. And after this one, we are going to figure out raiding so that we can raid into other places and meet more fun people. Bye.
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 Have a good night.